Several deadly attacks in just a few days in Jerusalem. Faced with this string of attacks, the security forces have been ordered to increase operations in the eastern part of the Israeli capital and around it, in villages which are under Palestinian control.
We have information of the presence of firearms on site. Tomer, we first go to the office. 2 detectives will take the office, 2 others on the first floor. The building belongs to a single family.
Inspector Kobe is very clear. The smallest detail matters. Only detectives have the right to touch objects inside the house.
We don't touch anything, especially not with our weapon. It can disrupt the dogs in their work. Regarding the use of firearms, only in case of danger, an immediate threat. Do you understand? We are here to protect the investigators.
The distance between Ma'ale Adumim and El Azariah is just a few hundred meters. Once we're there, everything happens very quickly and in a coordinated manner. The chief inspector is in charge of the operation.
Hello, how are you? Gentlemen, show your identification cards. You, over there, keep an eye out for the people who are at the back of the store. ID, please. Hello again, we're the police.
The dog handler is ready, waiting for the signal to begin his search. In the meantime, one detail alarms the inspector. One of the owners is not there. Outside the store, everything is calm, apparently, because we're being filmed. Several Palestinians begin to approach the police officers, who push them back with 2 stun grenades. Inside, the dog handler can start his work. Each item is sniffed by the dog. The slightest odor can be a clue. The dog will soon find the clue in question and show it by sitting down. The detectives are looking for hiding places, such as false bottoms. Go back a second time to the places already inspected to be sure they haven't missed anything, including the safe. Until the handler, on the advice of his 4-legged partner, decides to look behind the main counter again.
There you go. There's something here. There's something. Let me see. Sir, what is that? Step back. Step back.
First, a magazine of 11 9mm bullets. Then the weapon, a pistol with the magazine inside. The owner of the store immediately denies all knowledge. I don't know who knows. The chief detective wastes no time and orders the 2 to be handcuffed. What is surprising is the calm of the police officers. Nobody shouts. Everything's timed. The gun, here it is. A weapon recently used by terrorists like Uday Tamimi. Last October, he killed the young soldier Noah Lazar at close range before opening fire on security guards at the entrance to Ma'ale Adumim. A few days later, it was precisely in the village of El Azariah where he had been hiding out for several days.
A 9mm pistol was discovered just behind me. The inspectors of the K9 unit and the Border Patrol unit are asking the questions to understand where the pistol is coming from.
My dog showed me 2 places in particular. A first place where there was coffee. Then he continued behind the counter. When he arrived in front of the drawer, the dog sniffed and made me understand that there was something suspicious. I opened the drawer and found the handgun.
And does the dog show you the way?
Yes, only him. I trust him with my eyes closed. And if he decides to go back several times to a place already inspected, I am with him, including 5 times in a row. Sometimes there are winds that can make it difficult for the animal to stabilize and find the illicit objects.
While one of the owner remains handcuffed and under surveillance on the ground floor, the detectives continue upstairs. We follow them. In the bedroom, the dog indicates the possibility of a suspicious object, twice. According to police, this type of weapon is sold to terrorists.
What you saw today might not have been a terrorist, but he definitely is the person who links terror and crime. He provides the illegal firearms. The terrorists then go into Israel and perform terror attacks on innocent civilians.
To understand that the world needs to understand, we are here in Azariah, in Palestinian territories. within 1 kilometer, you are inside Israel, inside Jerusalem.
You know, it's something that a lot of people don't understand, that our forces, when they're going to do an overt mission in terms of a proactive type mission, they're doing it to prevent the terror that we see inside of our homeland on our civilians. So this is what you saw today, where we come, and overall determination of our police forces to protect civilians.
Why, and that will be my last question, why during the day?
So we want to do it during the day, so that way we can provide an implement of urgency. You know, when we know that there's an illegal firearm being stored and it might be sold to a terrorist who can perform an imminent terror attack, we need to get there fast.
In the meantime, the detectives and the dog handler continue with their search upstairs to find out if other weapons have been hidden inside the house. All the rooms are scanned, from the children's room to the ballroom and the kitchen. No other weapons upstairs, but Zvi is certain the 9mm pistol has passed through several rooms.
This does not mean that there were no weapons. Any substance that touches a weapon has an odor. It doesn't mean the dog made a mistake. We don't know what happened a year ago. We don't know which room the weapon passed through. Maybe from here to the floor and vice versa.
But the dog didn't know the place.
The dog couldn't know. He operates with his nose, not his eyes. It advances according to its sense of smell. He has no predetermined path. It's not me who guides him. It's him who guides my steps.
A ceaseless work and an anti-terrorist fight, which intensifies with the resurgence of terrorist attacks for more than a year.
I can tell you that the dog Caesar and I worked last night until very late in the Etzion region. There, you see me in front of you in the early afternoon, but the day is still long. Maybe we'll be called later, and we'll know how to respond, as you saw just now.
We are encountering some riots in the streets. These riots are very dangerous. They commonly throw Molotov cocktails, which is extremely dangerous. It can light our vehicle on fire completely. They throw large bricks and things like that that can break the windshield. So it's a very volatile situation, but our officers know how to respond accordingly with anti-riot dispersal tools, things that are non-lethal, because our goal is not to harm anybody. It's to get to the point of the mission where we need to do the operation, get the illegal firearms off the street, and get out.
Leaving this Palestinian village of Azaria, one becomes aware of the precariousness of the place and this need for these police officers to act quickly before it's too late.